And of course, we now have the onslaught here in social media and digital design. So I'm going to wrap this up by giving you some stepping stones on what I think are important towards success in this field. Creating a unique Chinese style is not only for Chinese companies to create a unique style, but is also for the fashion brands and the luxury brands who have come in here to understand that their brands on their own may not always be enough, that they have to relate to the market here and understand how people react to it. So you have to sometimes create and decide what brand name to use. Coca-Cola, the biggest brand in the world, created a Chinese brand name already 15 years ago, Coca-Cola. Sounds like Coca-Cola, and it has an intrinsic meaning. It gives pleasure. When you read the icons, it has a meaning. That's a powerful brand name translation. You've got to select your market niche, of course, price, quality, distribution. You have to create a collection that fit the niche. More and more niche marketing. This is where the big brands like Burberry and others are now creating their own social networks because they haven't quite yet figured out how to get into the existing networks. So they're beginning to create their own ones, which are both information sites and our own social networks where they can tie in the consumers in the future. You've got to pick the right time for your launch. Well, the right time for your launch in China is probably tomorrow, or it was yesterday, because here it's a fast moving track and a continuum. You've got to pick the right place to do it. First tier market, second tier market, third tier market. How do you evolve those? Pick the right media. You've got to pick the right internet channel, clearly. And there is a big choice here, and there are many new ones coming on. It'll be very interesting what the landscape will look like 5 years from now in terms of choice of channels. You've got to pick the right social network, consumer destination. You've got to connect with the right audience. You've got to develop perhaps video and photo sharing and other functions. There are new territories here. Innovate, break the mold is going to be essential. Are you picking the right celebrity partner for your brand? This was Shanghai time some time ago. Maybe you need a new partner. So you've got to take creative risks now. And in our field, it's always about taking creative risks. This is certainly true, I think, for these new channels. So to do that, you've got to adopt, you've got to innovate, you've got to explode. This is an explosive market. So I say to you who are in this business now and here, go for it. It's time to do it, and everything is open. And I join you in talking to the students here that you have the most extraordinary possibilities here in the future. There's no more exciting market. And this combination of taking famous international brands into this market is one area. The other one is you've got to also be able to create your own brands. And that's going to be another very exciting period for China.